Debt is like a sword with two sharp sides. It can fill your wallet or empty it fast. This video will show you how rich folks use debt to get richer. Subscribe to my channel and stay till the end. You need to hear about secrets 4 and 6. They're big wealth tips. 1. The rich build empires. Take John D. Rockefeller, the superstar of making money. He didn't just save his cash, he used debt like a smart tool to beat others in business. Back in the 1800s, he didn't just outdo other oil companies, he bought them. But he did it smartly, not recklessly. Each time he borrowed money, it was part of his plan to build a huge business empire. By buying these companies, he took over the oil market. He was careful with his loans, making sure he could pay them back with his growing profits. Here's the thing, Rockefeller used debt, but never too much. He was super careful with his money, making debt a tool to build his wealth. Debt can be your friend if you use it wisely. It's not about jumping in without thinking. It's about making smart moves at the right time and place, just like Rockefeller did. Think of debt as a helper in building your money empire. 2. The rich don't take salary. Then there's Elon Musk, the brain behind Tesla and SpaceX. He doesn't depend on a regular salary. How does he manage? He uses his wealth in smart ways. Musk keeps his stocks and borrows money against them. This way, he doesn't have to sell his stocks and pay big taxes. He takes loans using his stocks as security, giving him cash for personal use or more investments. It's a clever way to handle money, keeping his wealth safe and growing. Plus, this method helps with taxes. Loans aren't taxed because you have to pay them back, so Musk's wealth keeps growing and he gets the money he needs without a big tax cost from a big salary. This isn't just for big shots like Musk. Many super rich people use this trick. They keep their shares in companies, which helps them avoid big taxes and shows they really believe in their businesses. This can even make their company's stock prices go up. But there's a catch. It's risky. The whole plan depends on how well the stocks do. If their value drops, the loans might have to be paid back fast, and Musk could have to sell some shares when prices are low. This needs a lot of confidence and smart thinking about money. The cool part of this is how it shows a big rule of the rich. They don't just earn money, they make their money work for them. They borrow money against what they own, so they keep getting richer without stopping for things like paychecks. Think about how you could do this too. If you have things like a house, maybe you could use it to get a loan for a good investment, or use loans against your stocks to spread out your investments. The idea is to keep and grow what you own by using the bank's money to make more money. Now, let's talk about real estate. 3. The rich love real estate. For rich folks, it's a key part of being wealthy. It's not just owning houses or buildings, it's about how they buy and manage them that's really important. Here's what they do. They use loans to get more properties without using much of their own money. Here's how the rich do it with real estate. They only pay a small part of the property's price themselves and get a mortgage for the rest. This move, called leverage, can really boost what they earn from their investment. Picture this, you buy a property for $1 million, but only pay $100,000 yourself. If its value goes up by 5%, it's suddenly worth $1.5 million. You've just made $50,000 from your $100,000 investment. That's a huge 50% return. But wait, there's more. Owning property comes with all sorts of tax breaks. You can deduct things like mortgage interest, property taxes, and even depreciation. Depreciation is super handy. It lets you reduce your taxable income each year based on the idea that the property wears down, even if its market value actually goes up. Then there's the cash flow. The money you get from renting out the property can pay for the mortgage and other costs. Any extra cash goes right into your pocket. It's almost like having someone else build your wealth for you. As you pay off the mortgage, your share of the property's value goes up, building a nice financial cushion. Rich people are smart about risks too. They don't just stick to one type of property or area. They spread out their investments to reduce the risk of market changes in any one place. They're also prepared to handle tough economic times, knowing that property values usually go back up in the long run. Real estate isn't just for the super rich. Even regular folk can get in on it. If you have a bit of money saved, you can put a down payment on a small rental place in a growing area. Use the rent to pay off the loan and watch the property's value go up over time. Sure, it's slower, but the idea works the same whether you're buying a small house or a huge building. And there's more than one way to play the real estate game. You don't have to buy a whole property yourself. Some people join groups called real estate investment trusts. They put their money together and let the trust do the heavy lifting. This way, they get the benefits of real estate investment without having to manage the property. The point isn't to dive into debt head first. It's about understanding the market, knowing the risks, and being smart with your investments. Used right, debt can be a big help in growing your wealth through real estate. Next, 4. The rich don't mix things up. Let's talk about a bold move called the leveraged buyout, LBO. It's like using a big slingshot to take over a company. Rich folks, including big names like Elon Musk, love this strategy. What's an LBO? Let's say you find a company that's undervalued or has huge potential. Instead of buying it with your cash, you borrow a lot of money to get it. You're basically using the company's own assets and earnings as security for the loan. It's daring and risky, but if you get it right, the rewards can be huge. So why do the rich go for this? The whole idea of an LBO is to make the most of what you invest. By borrowing money, they get control over a company with just a small upfront payment. As the company becomes more valuable, so does the investor's share, and it can grow a lot. Plus, the interest you pay on that borrowed money, often you can deduct it from your taxes, which is another bonus. But here's an exciting twist. You don't need to be super rich to use LBO tactics. Even regular investors can do it. You could take a small business loan to buy a local shop or a franchise. The important thing is to pick a business that makes enough money to pay back the loan and still grow. LBOs are all about focusing on one big opportunity, not spreading your bets. It's risky, sure, but the potential payoff is huge. Rich folks are really focused when they do an LBO. They pick their target, get ready, and go for it with everything they've got. It shows that for them, debt isn't something bad. It's a tool they use very carefully to grow their money. So when you're thinking about your next money move, consider how using debt smartly, not as a wild gamble, could really boost what you earn, just like the big-time moneymakers. And here's another thing rich people do. 5. The rich generate liquidity. They already have cash ready for new chances. Instead of selling their valuable stuff and paying taxes or losing money, they get loans using those things as security. This way, they keep their valuables and still have money to use. Imagine owning a bunch of expensive paintings. Instead of selling one to get cash, a wealthy art lover might get a loan using a painting as collateral. The rich keep their art and still get the cash they need. This way, they're always ready to jump on new investment opportunities without giving up what they already own. It's like having a big stash of cash they can use anytime without losing their valuable stuff. For everyday people, it's kind of like using a loan on your house for a big buy instead of selling your stocks or using your savings. The goal is to keep all your investments while still being able to spend or invest when you really need to. In simple words, rich people make their stuff work twice, as an investment and like a giant credit card. But they're careful. Borrow too much and things could go wrong, and you could lose a lot. It's a tricky balance, but if you get it right, it's like having a secret tool for making money. Here's a clever thing they do. Number 6. The rich inflate out of their debt. Use inflation to make the debt smaller over time. When you take a loan, you pay it back with money that's worth less later on because of inflation. So it's like paying back less than you borrowed. For example, say you borrow $200 now and you can buy 70 oranges with it. In 20 years, those same oranges might cost $500, but you still just owe $200, which isn't worth as much anymore. So the loan ends up costing you less over time. Rich people often go for long-term loans with low interest. They know their investments, like property or businesses, will probably grow faster than inflation. While they pay back the loan with less valuable money, their investments get more valuable. It's like betting that today's money is worth more than tomorrow's. So, if you have a fixed-rate loan like a mortgage, you might notice that over the years, it feels like your payments get smaller. Thanks for tuning into our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more smart investment advice. Drop us a comment below with your thoughts or questions. And here's to your investing success. Profitable investing.